Much better. You stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. That's gonna go. Careful, that's gonna get you. Today we're going to take the nose rings or anti-nursing rings out of the big guy because he's weaned. The little guy needs a little bit more time, but we have some halter maintenance here. We noticed that since last night his chain is kind of flipped over. It's not creating any issues, but we want to correct that. So, hi, baby. Nope. Okay. See, we got first touch, and you're okay. First touch, and you're okay. That's right. If you hide in there, I can't get you. Yep, and we inspected it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this around his neck. It's not hurting him, and it's only gonna be for a second. I snubbed it up to the fence just so I have a handle. He's actually pretty friendly. I want him to have a little bit of side attention. You're fine. Let's go. Take that out of the fence. And now we need to make nice. So I will undo this. Now, he never ever tie any loops or anything in this because the cow invariably will step into the loop, get tangled, go down, but not good enough to where you're going to be able to untie it. So just a tip on any sort of rope maintenance with any livestock: never ever fall into the trap of tying any sort of loop. These need to be absolutely free and open. Now again, I can just pull this and let him go, but I don't want to yet. And I could go ahead and let him go right here by just pulling this and letting the other rope yank off, but I don't want to right now. I want to be able to get some touches. And you can see when I first touched him, he kind of had the jitters. It's just, they're not really used to it. But I want him to understand that, like a mom licking him, even if this is not going to be a cow or steer that stays here for a long time on the farm, we still want to be able to handle everything as peacefully as possible. In general, if you can keep 1,000 pounds friendly and going in the direction you want it, it's going to be well worth. I know, I'm coming. It'll be well worth the few seconds here and there of investment in just having them understand that you're not here to harm them or chase them. Where am I? Hey, babe, come here. You gonna have anything to do with me?
Looks like he's pouting.
Pouting? Should be happy. I'm gonna come over here and give you a little love on this side. Oh. And another good thing is to make sure that whenever you let go an animal, it was your idea, not theirs. So for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this part, grab this part, and just walk away. So that way it was all my idea. And so that way he didn't feel like he had to break free in order to get his freedom, but that I let him have his freedom. So that's another subtle thing to make sure you do. funny that the cows didn't chase the hay. This is a temperament of Dexter's. You know, this is about how much worn down they have to be. So I went around for about 2-3 minutes and baby, find a tree, buddy. I don't want to get the welder out. Oh man, come on. Come on. After a couple of minutes of not really chasing this guy, we haven't really worked with him in the sense that, you know, it's winter time and we just haven't had the time to come down here and, you know, grab him and halter train him and such. But even with that said, they're used to us enough as their family that, you know, we can reach out and pet them without them getting all uptight about it. Now these cows in particularly we know them and they'll be friendly to us as humans, but they're not friendly to humans, so that's a big distinction. You bring in a stranger, they're gonna act completely different. Also, that's my glove. It's not food, thank you. I have calves and cows, sometimes different breeds or even cows within the breed will have a tendency to come at you as a defensive mechanism. With these guys, I know that if they get afraid, they're gonna just pull away and create tension. And if I have a proper harness on them and can tie them up, they will maintain a tension away from me. Obviously, you know, you have to be very careful with any animal. Even these little guys can, you know, decide to change direction and break your nose. So, but as far as doing maintenance, if you don't have, you know, a squeeze chute or, you know, other proper gear, you know, you want to be able to, you know, adjust the harnesses or things. Tying them up with a correct harness, as long as you have tension away from you, you can do, you know, some things such as get in there and pet them. A calf that's not used to you and completely wild can bounce around a lot more and create a more dangerous situation. So, are you ready for your harness? You've been very patient. Yeah, go ahead and walk it over here. And if you feed your babies in a corral that's small like this, you know, and you have 2 people, you can corner them. But once you get a couple of guys like this worked up, hot and sweaty, which only takes about a minute, you have the fight and flight going, and you're never gonna be able to do the work that you really want. It's gonna be frustrating for you and really frustrating for the animal. So it's good if what you're doing isn't working to stop. Also, I'm using a lead incorrectly like this because I know that our guys are going to be able to calm down and play nice. You want a proper lasso, something that's going to let go, because well, I know these will let go. If you get an animal that is wild and get him all tied up and tangled up where he's starting to choke, that can be a really bad situation. But right now, even after not seeing you for a long time, we're pretty much buddies, huh? All right. So you probably don't want me around his face, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably have a little bit of pokey there, just a little bit of who are you, why are you touching me. I'm gonna scratch the head a little bit just to get around the face. Just in general, you don't want to ever scratch the forehead of any cows, because that will give them a tendency to want to headbutt, which is great when they're doing it with their buddies, but it can be very painful and dangerous when they're doing that to you. Isn't that right? All right. So probably tie off. What do you think? Can we tie off, Mom? Is that okay? Right about there. It's okay. I love your baby. I love your baby. All right. You gonna let me do this nicely, or are we gonna have a problem? I could probably use an assistant on the tail. Hi. Hi. What? It's not food. I got treats for you though. Just give me a second. I love you too, Mama. I love. This is Gabby, obviously mom, who cares. Now I've come to an understanding with these cows when the calves are first born. Mom cows get a complete protective tendency when the calves are first born. They can change into something you don't recognize, and somebody who you thought was your friend has the instinct to flatten you to save their baby, even though you have the best intentions. So Gabby and I have come to an understanding that I'm there to help, but every single calf that's born that day of, we have to come to that new understanding again, and I'm very cautious. Okay, Doe?
Yeah, where'd you like to?
Behind me. He's getting bored. Sorry, baby. I'm gonna go inside the tension because I know he's got a nose ring that I really don't want to get caught up in myself. I've got pretty thick jeans on. I just don't need. I just do not need new eyeballs.
Goes behind his ears.
Up here. So as long as he is gonna lay on me, again, we have like almost zero tension here. I'm just gonna take a look at this. So this little guy's done. He's ready to go out and be spunky. But I like to go over the top a little bit and just, in this position right here, there's not really a lot of harm to you that can be done. They can't rear kick you, side kick you, head butt you. You know, they can always jump up, but this guy doesn't seem like he's going to be that spunky. And again, I want to be the guy that, oh, hold on. I want it to be my idea that all the tension's gone. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull this off. Not that he's too wild. And walk away. I know, Mama. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, we're done, you guys. You can come on out.
Thank you for watching us as we wrap up another calf maintenance day. On our farm and our local lake the last few weeks, we've had our typical Pacific Northwest foggy weather. Sunny days are coming, and we look forward to sharing them with you